I just got dispatched a load coming out of Claremore, Oklahoma. Claremore? Something. Oklahoma. I don't know. Deliver in Minot, North Dakota, and then spend a couple of days fishing Devil's Lake. Welcome to Truckin' Outdoors. Good morning. It is way too early o'clock in the morning, but we made it here to Oklahoma last night. Waiting to get loaded in about 10 minutes. They should be coming out, and the trailer's going to be filled with, I really don't know what yet, so stay tuned. Just so you know, if you've never hauled coils or reels, anything like this on a flatbed, the last thing you want to hear is you need 5 racks. Because that pretty much guarantees you're going to be using almost every piece of equipment on your trailer to secure it down. And I ain't kidding you. But we got it done. We got chains, we got wood, we got tension, and we are ready to roll. Oh, look at there. Forgot that one little guy hiding back there. Let me throw a strap on him, get her all covered, and we'll get on the road. Now we're good to go. And I think it's required by some sort of Guy law or embedded in man DNA, but that's not going anywhere. Tarp system engaged. Okay, and she's stuck. Oh, for crying out loud. It's always fun in the wind, but it could be worse. Could be actually having to tarp, like actual tarps. This is still way easier. She's bound up. That's what I figured. Figured that would happen. There. If you can't tell that we're in Oklahoma, I'm sure you can hear it on the microphone. That wind is whistling down the plains. Whistling? Whipping? I don't know. Something down the plains. It's windy out here. That's what I'm trying to get at. Okay, so that's done. And I'll tell you what, it's colder out there than it seems. You know, I thought down south, Oklahoma's south, right? I thought it was warmer. No, it's about 30 degrees, and that wind is just whipping. So, sweeping down the wind comes sweeping down the plain. That's, okay, I got it. All right, thank you. Thank you. I'm sure everybody was screaming it out there on YouTube land. But anyway, all right, so before we get headed back northbound and down, we're starting our day. So what we need to do, DOT requires what's called a pre-trip inspection. We've already got our load secured. We don't have to worry about that, but we need to make sure that the rest of the truck is roadworthy. So they make us go through like a, I don't know, 257, 893 point inspection list every day. When we do. My truck is actually equipped with this handy dandy little switch that checks it all at once for you. Let me show you. It is right there. Okay, here we go. Pre-trip engage. Scanning. 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 Okay, final check. Oh, look at that. Passed the pre-trip. We're good to go. Let's rock and roll. So this leg is going to be Claremore, Oklahoma, up into Wisconsin. And apparently there is a giant snowstorm that came through last night. Roads are slick and school's canceled, so could be interesting. But off we go. Do you have your snacks? Have you gone to the bathroom? It's a long trip. That's what I'm saying. It's a long trip. Are you ready? Okay. Here we go. Alright, getting out here, doing a quick load check, make sure nothing's shifted, make sure chains are still tight. A lot of times what happens, that one's a little loose. Yeah, that's better. A lot of times what happens is this wood down here will squish underneath all this weight, and that'll give a little bit of slack on the chain, and that's not what you want, like that one. I had to use these snap binders here, which are absolutely horrible for slack, but that seems to be working. That's not bad. Look at that. See, that one's a little loose. Yeah, there. See, look at that. It dug right into that wood, and that's why this chain was loose. So it shouldn't go much more than what it is now, but we're definitely gonna have to keep an eye on it. Don't want these big boys coming loose. Ruin your day real quick. There, that's good. There. That's solid. Well, here's the current situation. Normally, I am a foot to the firewall, hammer down kind of a guy, super trucker. However, you remember when I told you earlier we were going into this storm? We're going to be chasing this storm. Well, the wind has not let up. It's just been blowing across my bow all day long. Like, my arms are stuck like this, fighting this wheel. Well, we're in northern Iowa. We're losing Fahrenheit like it just saw a state trooper. She's dropping fast. And there's a glaze getting across the road. In the last, I don't know, mile, coming to the truck stop here, I started seeing patches of black ice coming through. And I saw one semi-truck and 3 cars in the ditch in the last mile getting to this truck stop. So I'm 3.5 hours from home, but I hate to say it, got to shut down for the night. I don't see it getting any better. There is no way that the road conditions are going to get any better the further we go, because it's just going to get colder and that wind is not stopping, and it is just blowing across the road. So anyway, that's all right. I wouldn't get home till late in the night. Everybody'd be sleeping. The dog would wake everybody up, and it's just a mess. So anyway, since I'm here, I mean, I haven't showered for 3 days, so I might as well go in and get a shower. That's at least a positive, right? You know, go get cleaned up and get a good night's sleep. I don't know. It's hard to tell on the video, but this truck is rocking like it's in a dance party or something. So it's going to be interesting getting some sleep, but... All right, half the journey is done. The big red sled got us home. So take the weekend. I'm gonna get all my gear packed up, and I'll see you guys back on Monday to start the next part of the journey. So don't go anywhere, except maybe to the bathroom. Now would be a good time, you know, grab some more snacks, whatever you gotta do. We'll be right back. Good morning. It is Monday, barely. It is so early in the morning that a lot of people would still consider this Sunday night. But anyway, I couldn't sleep. I got a long way to go, and today we are going to be checking off one of my bucket list items. The goal is to be fishing this afternoon, Devil's Lake, North Dakota. I've got all my ice fishing gear on the big red sled here. So a couple things we got to do before we go. We got to check the load. We have to pre-trip the truck and get her warmed up and get on the road. We have about 650 some odd miles to get up to North Dakota. It's going to take us all day to get up there. Let's get started. Checking. Yep, that's not going anywhere. Pre-trip. Pre-trip complete. rest area just west of Fargo and stopped for a rest area, a little bathroom break, stretch the legs a little bit, and check the oil and the coolant. Coolant's looking good. Oil's looking good as well, but I did notice that I had some pretty nasty coolant leak coming out. Dripping down there. It's actually red on the ground. So that just happened, but luckily I caught this. Those hose clamps were just a little bit too loose, so tightened them up with a wrench, and wouldn't you know it, cheap fix, all done. Might have to change those clamps out at some point. They might be getting a little bit worn out, but hey, I'll take it. Back on the road we go. I don't know where to go. This is my first time too, so I've been doing, over the weekend I did a bunch of research, and by research I mean getting on the internet and stalking a bunch of the Devil's Lake fishing forums and reading fishing reports. Talked to the bait shop guy this morning, and he said about 40 feet. Told him I was coming where I was coming, and he said, you know, straight out, just find 40 feet and just start drilling holes. So that's kind of the plan. I mean, I don't know what else to do. I mean, we'll just do it, see what we see. What do we got? enough depth. There's the bottom. Now it's reading. Disheartening. Yeah, they told me there were fish everywhere. I'm not seeing anything. Next spot. Okay, look, I know some of you are thinking live scope's cheating. I don't care. Sorry, not sorry. It cuts down so much time when you're fishing a new body of water. I'm not even gonna wet a line until I see at least something on the bottom to go after. So, you know, they are worth the money. Spend it, use it, love it, and go do it. So I'm making my way across the lake here. I've gone about 3 miles so far. On my way that way. I can see some more people over there fishing. I got a tip from the bait shop guy that there's better fishing over on this point over here. So I'm kind of making it straight across the lake. And I'll tell you, on these big lakes, it's actually, you know, something to not mess around with out here. There's plenty of ice, don't get me wrong. You don't have to worry about that. I drilled over there, and there had to have been, I don't know, at least 24 inches of ice over there. But on these big bodies of water, you can get these frost heaves, or these ice flows. You know, just these heaves and cracks, pressure points that create big ridge lines. And out here on this overcast day, I have absolutely zero perception of contour. I can't see any bump or snow drift or tire track or anything like that until I'm literally right on top of it. There is just no depth, no perception. Let me show you what I'm talking about with these ice flows. So that's where I came from, way over there. I'm going way over there. But I just came across this mini ice flow. This is nothing terrible. Like I said, there's no perception of contour out here. So there's a chunk of ice that heaved up here, and you can see there's a line of it going all the way across, and it goes back that way too. You know, I'm only going 10, 15 miles an hour on my little track sled here, but super dangerous if you're in, say, a snowmobile doing 50 across here. So just something I gotta watch out for. Hopefully we'll be fishing soon. All right, get some. Yep, we got some. All right, see if we can find some. Yep. see something. I see one fish. 20 feet that way. And it's gone. Oh, there's one over there. There. That way. Probably that same fish. Just making a big circle. Well, we're in the area of a bunch of other fishermen. So I'm going to keep popping around here. See if I can't find something a little more promising. You know, more than just one fish in a billion miles. We'll keep moving. We'll find them. Don't worry. A disaster almost ensued. It's been real warm. Actually, even today, the wind is the only thing that's bad. You know, it's not so much the heat, it's the gosh darn humidity, you know. But it's in the mid-20s. It's been fairly warm lately. I ran into a slush spot back there. And, you know, there's 2 feet of snow. But underneath was all melted water. And I went over a little bump. And the track sled, it's pretty top heavy. It caught that in that slush. Laid right over. And I was trying to save it. Ended up going right down. And this arm landed right in the slush. So now from about my wrist up to my elbow is all wet, including my glove, which could make for an interesting afternoon with no shelter. Let's drill some more holes, find some fish, and make all of this work worthwhile, even though it's still better than trucking. I'm sorry. All right. Well, don't see any fish down there on the scope, but GPS location marked this as a hot spot for perch. And I saw that little critter come up with the auger. So I'm sick of running around. I need a break. I'm just going to sit here for a minute. Maybe we can jig something in. I don't know. I'm learning too. We'll see. So the weapon of choice is I have a tickle stick by 13 Fishing. It really is my favorite panfish rig, and we are going for perch, not walleye out here. What I like about the tickle stick is it's got this bobber built right in, but then it's got a nice stiff backbone for setting the hook. And I'll tell you, when they are really light biting, it's the perfect rig. And this could be a really light bite, because like I said, I don't see anything on the scope, but the back needs a rest from all these holes drilling. So we're just going to see if we can jig something in. I don't know. I was told load it up, so there's 3 of them on there. We'll see how that goes. 45 feet of water is what we're in, too. That's a lot deeper than I'm used to fishing in, I'll tell you that much. Boy, it takes a long time to get down there. Anyway. I think I saw a fish swimming through the edge of the scope. Here, fishy, 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 fishy. Don't tell me you've never done it. Come on. Where are you? All right. Well, not doing anything out here but draining batteries. So, on we go. Of course, something swims through just as I reel it up. You know what I should do is go follow those snow bears over there. The only people out here in snow bears are guides. They know where the fish are. I am going to follow the snow bears. Or not. Let me show you what I'm talking about with this slush. Looks nice, decent snow, right? That's all water underneath. Luckily, lots of weight displacement. Going way out there. Here we go. So the guy last night at the truck stop that I'm staying at and where my trailer is currently parked, super nice guy, big fisherman. It's also the truck stop's also a bait shop. So I think where I'm staying is like somewhere like Ed's truck stop, bait shop, hair care and tire center. But he told me that the fish are biting on these Northland Fishing Tackle glow shots. Those guys right there. So of course, I had to buy a couple different colors, a couple different flavors, sizes, you name it. So I'm gonna give it a shot. I've changed spots here now, I think 17 times, drilled 800 holes, and I have yet to really see a fish on the scope. And I'm fishing right where everybody else is fishing. I'm finding these little groups, clusters, pockets, doing everything that I can, what it looked like the right thing to do online from all the internet scouting I did, and everything that I've been told in person. So I don't know what's going on. Just not seeing any fish. But that's why they call it fishing and not catching, right? So maybe the trick is to put on one of these big old glow-in-the-dark spoons, and it brings them in like a moth to the flame. I don't know. What else I have to do? It's still better than being out trucking. That is for sure and for certain. Well, come on. There we go. There we go. Just gotta get a little glow plug in there. Let's see what these little doodabs look like. How are you supposed to get these open? There we go. Well, doesn't help that I can't feel my fingertips. There we go. Oh, it's just like a glow stick. All right. And shake. Is it working? I think it's working. Oh yeah, she's glowing. Well, if we're changing her up, let's put a minnow on there. Let's go all out. I bought them. Might as well use them. Sorry, little buddy. Okay, go get the fish. There is absolutely so much snow on top of this ice. You pop a hole, and the water just starts coming up through it. The ice is, or the snow is making it sag, pushing water up through the hole. It's crazy. A lot of coffee. We may be heading back in soon for lunch. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I can stand the excitement out here. It's crazy. I mean, how can you leave this? This is nuts. Fishing. It's great. I gotta pee. So here's an update. I have drilled right around 2,900 holes. Haven't seen a single fish on the live scope. My back is tired. I'm in the middle of absolute beauty. I am pretty close to right in the middle of the main bay of Devil's Lake out here. And it is amazing. Honestly, I am over top of what the Navionics map shows as a wreck. So I thought, you know what? I'm not seeing any fish. Maybe I can see a sunken boat or something. I don't know. Might as well try. What the heck? Yeah. It's like the rest of the day. Nothing on the scope. Well, it's 2 o'clock. Nothing moving. Going to get some lunch. Gotta go way over there. Way over there. Get some lunch and then finish out the evening fishing somewhere else. Not on this bay. getting a little warm. Let it cool down for a minute. Belt's starting to come apart. We are just going to let her idle. I'd rather be moving slow than not moving at all. Dang it! Well, I got updates. Coming across the lake, the belt started coming apart. Flying wide open, all of 15 miles an hour. Started smelling burning rubber. And I started noticing a little bit of shimmy. So, yeah, that belt is about burnt up. Luckily, it stayed engaged when I idled it down. These come out and in like this for the different ranges. The faster it goes, the more it opens up, tighter it gets. And then this is when it's the slowest, right? And luckily, the clutch stayed engaged. I think the belt was just so damn hot. The belt stayed engaged at idle, so it would cool down. At least it would move it. And this started happening when I was at least a mile from the landing. There is no way, if this belt would have let go completely, there's no way I could have got it back to the landing without help. So anyway, limped her back. I guess instead of just sitting here having lunch, I guess we're going to town for new belts. Because why would I have a spare? I don't know. That was close. That clutch almost didn't want to let go again. And she almost went off straight off the other side. Oh, this is fun, isn't it? Well, I'm at O'Reilly's. Got the old belt off. Yep. Pretty toasty. I would say that I'm pretty lucky to get off the lake. Yep. Like I said, had to idle her in the last mile, but at least I made it. So, I'm looking at it right. I didn't notice it before, but looks like those two pulleys are just 1/4 inch off. It's close. So I got some fixing to do. But with no belt, we got no track sled. With no track sled, I'm done. I can't. It's too far out, too heavy, too much Too much snow. So, unfortunately, this will conclude our fishing. Good morning. How'd you sleep? I slept all right. Took about 17 hours with the heater on high to finally warm up. But, you know, other than that, it was good. Here's where we sit today. I woke up, started up the big engine, and airlines frozen. So she's spitting and sputtering, gases everywhere. Kind of like me after Thanksgiving dinner. Anyway, so I got to fix that. They don't have any airline antifreeze at the truck stop, the little gas station that I'm sitting at currently. So hopefully I have some on board. If not, we're just going to have to spit and sputter this thing across town to find some to the bigger truck stop. On top of that, last night I looked all over town, and did you know that nowhere in Devil's Lake, North Dakota can you find a belt for a 30 series go-kart torque converter or a Comet torque converter, whatever. Yeah, nobody's got anything close. Tractor Supply had something close, but it was the wrong length. So we are not looking good. However, there is a bright side. This gas station that I'm at sells Devil's Lake Donut Company donuts. Highly recommend. So I'm going to finish my donut and then I'll get on this airline and see if we can't get that fixed, and then see if we can't find something headed home. See, our trip is only half over. Well, 2/3 over. We still have to get loaded and get back home. So, on to the next adventure. This is what I got going on. Air compressors froze up. We lost some considerable temperature last night. Froze up some lines. Now I gotta fix that. Great. So what we gotta do, take this high pressure line off the top of the air compressor. This is the air compressor. Take this off, dump some antifreeze, airline air brake antifreeze, as much as we can fit down this hose, spin her back on, fire it back up, and that will shoot all that juice down into the air system, which is, and the antifreeze is basically straight up alcohol, like rubbing alcohol, whatever, and that clears everything out, and then we should be good to go. So what you need is, I believe this is a 15/16 fitting. And of course, I don't have a 15/16, but I have my universal press out wrench. Bottle here, but that's enough. Should be. Not in. back up now. There we go. I think that's enough. I want to save just a little bit left. I want to put it in the trailer. The trailer lines. Might as well. I got it out. Very, very warm. Okay. Everything's full of antifreeze. Let's go see if it works. You guys stay here. Watch the air compressor. Tell me if it starts burping. Finally caught a fish. Yeah, that's all I got. I actually stopped at the Stay Mart here in Fargo. They used to have the best hot ham and cheese sandwiches in the country, and I can say that with great confidence. And I say used to because they no longer serve them. Seriously, I could not come through Fargo without stopping and getting one of those ham and cheese sandwiches. They were that good. And now they're gone. What are we supposed to do without the ham sandwiches? Unbelievable. What is this world coming to? No ham sandwich. not going anywhere. Home stretch. Northwest Minnesota, back to Wisconsin. Giddy up. Well, I don't know what it is about coming home in snowstorms this week, but I am stuck in the driveway where I parked my trailer. I parked my trailer 20 yards that way, and I gotta go up in this way. It's been snowing since the cities, so 2 hours at least. There's probably a good 2 inches on the ground, and now I gotta throw chains. So I'm 20 yards from my parking spot. Now I gotta get all wet, throw an iron. Great. This is about the least fun job ever. Oh, come on. Are you gonna cooperate now? I should invest in one of those hooks. Okay. There. There we go. The good thing is we're not going over a mountain pass. We're not going very far. So they just gotta stay on for 20 yards or so. Well, what the, come on. There. Maybe. For the lava. Oh, there we go. This may work. Help, they're all twisted. Trying to do this in the dark. That's not gonna work. Come on. One more. Oh, you stubborn. There we go. Maybe. One down. And number 2. All right, let's give it a go. There we go. Come on, buddy. Nice and easy. 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 Slower, but easy. Faster, but easy. There we go. We got her. Well, we made it. 1,500 miles there, and then I don't know, 500-600 miles back. I'm in a ice fishing trip in between. I mean, that was an adventure. All the ups and downs, and just the trucking part. We had the fishing adventure as well. I mean, this was a great week, even though we didn't catch any fish. That's why they call it fishing, not catching. You're just supposed to be outdoors. That's why this is trucking outdoors. We learned a lot. We learned that a 30 series Comet torque converter belt. When you drive it 11 miles, their range is 10 miles. So we learned that. But you know what? We got back. We learned that the fish on Devil's Lake are in cahoots with the guides. I spoke to a lot of people after that day of fishing. What we experienced out there was nowhere near uncommon. It happens all the time. People were telling me that they had 4 guys on that lake for 4 days and they caught 3 fish total. It was still a great experience. We're going to be doing this stuff a lot. And what I want is for you guys to tell me what you want to see. You know, give me some tips. Point me in some right directions, whether it's fishing or hunting. The theme of this show is me going out and doing this stuff, learning as I go, and you coming along and learning with me. Maybe I'll do something that you can correct in the future, and it'll help you on your trip. But the bottom line is get out there and get on these trips. Don't worry about going into these places by yourself for the first time. You know, be smart about it, but don't be scared of it either. If you got a suggestion on where you want me to go and what you want to see, jam it in the comment section, and I will definitely read it. I'll read all the comments. Hit the subscribe button, and apparently there's a bell. Who doesn't like ringing the bell? Ring the bell. A like, a comment, share it out there, get the word out. This is what we're doing. The possibilities are endless. I truck in all 48 states. So the possibility of hunting, fishing, outdoor adventures around these great United States, it's endless. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time. And until then, keep the shiny side up. Oh, jeepers. I really do need a shower now. This is ridiculous.